Now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. How well would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one for your entire life? Well, that's how your brain works. So, why don't you treat that the same way? How we care for our minds affects how we experience life. So, it's important to invest time and care into keeping them healthy. There are plenty of ways to support healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps. There's also BetterHelp, online therapy. So BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Okay? So please, our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/dude. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/dude. What's up? This week's YKWD is brought to you by apartments.com. Have you ever had that moment in life where you realize it's time to find a new place? Well, apartment.com, they call that an out of apartment experience. Yeah. It can be life altering. It can, like finding out that your little family's growing, or something more annoying, like when you get to your hotel room and the key doesn't work because it touched your phone. That sucks. You got to go all the way back down to the front desk, probably wait in line again just to get a key. Well, apartment.com can help you search for a new place. They've helped millions of renters find their perfect place to live. And their powerful search engine tools help you find listings that check all your boxes. So take a moment and check out apartments.com, the place to find a place. Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started, before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules.
Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. Welcome, everybody. You know what, dude? The podcast, one of the most longest running podcasts ever. If you saw my face at the beginning before, in between the countdown and the intro, that was what we call on this show being mushed. Right, Mush?
Yes. It's been a while.
I mean, it's been a while. You're right. I almost missed it. You know, it used to get me infuriated, but now I kind of enjoy them. I'm just sitting there. It's like a 2, 1, and then it's going to go right into the intro, and then it's me going, just staring into the camera. I have my my American flag fucking hat on because I'm up here in the country, and I love America. I love this country, and I love the woods, and I love men. I mean, I love men who fight for this country. We got a great show for you today. I like I said, I'm up at the tiny house. I'm up in the woods, but it doesn't stop the king of everything, the king of social media, the king of Zoom, the king of looking good. I look fantastic. I'm still a TV show out in the woods in a tiny home, and I sound amazing. Why? Because I have the new DJI little wireless mics, hooks right up to the computer, and I sound, I mean, Jesus Christ, but I'm doing this for you. Patreon people, I want to welcome you. I love you. You're here. You're my ladybugs, and we're gonna have a great show today. My guest is one of my favorite people. He's I've known him almost my whole career. He's mentored me. He's shown me a bunch of things, and he's a amazing comic. And thank God I surpassed him in the business. And and I can look back at him now and go, wow, I took some stuff from him. But I'm kidding. This guy is one of my favorite people, one of the nicest people in the business. Legitimately, it's almost sickening how nice this guy is and talented. You never get those two together, very rarely. Everybody, please welcome Adam Ferrara.
There we are.
There you are. Hi, buddy.
Look at you. Yes. How are you, baby? You know what? You surpassed me in the business, and now you're in an outhouse in New Hampshire. I can't. Your success is just amazing to me.
It's mind-boggling. Well,
this is great. I wanted to ask you about the tiny home because this is amazing to me.
Yes, I want to ask you about lighting.
That's terrible.
Do you know how lighting works?
It's terrible. I got the window up. You want me to go close the window?
Well, yeah, because you backlit yourself.
I'm sorry. I want to give myself the illusion of 3 dimensions. Hold on.
Yeah, well, you want to give yourself 3 dimensions. Take your cock out. Where are you, in Paris? Why? Oh my God, it's so dark now.
Oh, now you're bitching. I'm here. I'm at I'm at the apartment you like in New York. Hold on.
All right, listen, you got to go open it. I mean, you've been in the business for fucking 30 years. You don't know about lighting yet?
Okay.
You don't know about key lighting? There you go.
Well, better.
Ooh, I like it. A couple shadows. It's nice.
It's. I look like I am geisha. Look at me. Oh God.
You can take the "sh" off that.
Yeah, I know. This is awful. Anyway, I missed you, baby. I'm so happy that you are happy in your tiny little house in New Hampshire.
Okay, what do you want to know about it?
I want to know. First of all, how did you make the decision to do it, and how did it work? Is it prefab? They just plug it in? Is it?
Well, the decision to do this is that I wanted to move up here for 30 years. I've been coming here for 30 years, and my dream was to have a place up here.
Mm-hmm.
I met my wife, over 20 years ago. She used to come up here as a little girl with her family every summer. They would rent a cottage. So we would actually come up here together when we started dating. She would be at her mom's, the cottage, and I would be over here at my uncle's. So then when we got together, we would always come up here and stay at my uncle's. My uncle's got a big house up there. So we had a smaller house to begin with. So we would come up and just stay. We'd sleep on the couch. We'd sleep in one of the bedrooms, whatever. For years, we'd come up here. And then I was always like, we should get a place. We should get a place. And we never pulled the trigger.
Right.
And up here is getting very, very expensive. Every year,
else, baby.
But up here, when the pandemic hit, millionaires just came up here and started buying land.
Mm-hmm.
There's 500 acres behind my uncle's house of just trails and ski mobile trails and just beautiful trails. It was owned by this rich family, apparently. And right when the pandemic hit, the richest woman in America came up and claimed her land from her family and built a fucking road like in a day behind my uncle's house. Rich people amaze me, man.
Yeah.
They're fucking magical. This bitch built a road. There was a trail there that we hiked for around 15, 16 years. It was gone within a month, the whole trail. They bulldozed, they sawed it, they fucking cut trees, and they security cameras, high tech, everything. Just took it out. Took it the fuck out. It wasn't even a road to her house. The road to her house is on the other side. This was a construction road, so she wouldn't bother her neighbors with trucks. She built this other fucking $1 million road just so she wouldn't bug her neighbors. Then she died.
She died before the house was done?
It was just a foundation up there. So
how'd she die? What, she die on the road? Someone hit her on the road? What happened?
Probably died fucking, going back on a deal with Satan or whatever rich people do.
Okay. So then what happened to the project? Did they finish it or no?
Nope. They're going to rip down the foundation of the house. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, but this bitch is dead. Dead. And now there's just a dumb road to nothing.
So now, are you do you take advantage of the fact that the road's there? Is your house off this road?
Well, that's up the road. I'm down here. So back to my original story. So me and my wife were trying to buy land up here, but it's $100,000, $200,000 up there. It's $300,000 for land.
Right.
God forbid there's a view. You're fucked. You get a view tax.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy up here now, especially in this town. Down in Winnipesaukee, it was already built up. Guilford, it's always been built up. That was where vacationers and all that shit.
Yeah, we went to Lake Winnipesaukee one year. That's the only one I know in New Hampshire.
Yeah, we're up further. We're in the woods. Yeah, small little towns, right? So we, but then Dawn saw that she was on the Instagram and she found tiny homes of Maine, and we Instagrammed them, and we became friends, and we went up and visited them to go look at these things to see if it's viable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we were staying at my uncle's house. We were staying at his cottage. He's got a cabin. He's got a fucking mansion. He's got like a 6-bedroom house, an office house. There's a guest cabin with a jacuzzi. So we usually stay there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how much smaller could it be? You know what I mean? So we drove 8 hours to Maine. Took us 2 days because we had the kid and the dog. And we went up to these people's houses, and they're the best people ever. Husband and wife. And they were telling us, they showed. I mean, they were living in this. They were living in this
as their permanent resident. Their permanent residence.
They had 65 acres on a Christmas tree farm that they bought. So they lived on 65 acres. They were building these homes inside of a World War II airplane hangar. So they were building these homes for people, custom. They had like a different option, but you customize the whole thing, whatever you wanted. So we're in their house. They're building a big house right on their land. We're like, what are you doing with this one? They're like, I guess it's up for sale. So we were like, we made them an offer.
Right.
And they came back and we accepted. We're like, bing, bing. And we're like, yeah, we'll do it. And we bought the one they were living in.
Okay.
For a great deal. Then we came up here and there was land right on this road, my uncle's road.
Okay.
But the good part about this land, it's paved. He's in an association. It's dirt road. There's no cable. You got to get like dish and fucking like you got to get, what's that old internet, the DXL? I don't know what the fuck it is.
Dial. Oh, my wife talked me into the dish. I go, honey, I don't want a dish. She's like, why? I said, because when it rains, we're going to lose this. And that's when I want to watch TV is when it rains. Sure enough, Bobby, when it rains, it better not rain during football season because I'm real angry.
The dish is bad. I'll shit in the dish. You can stir fry in the dish. You can take a shit in the dish. The dish is bad. It's terrible, man.
So you got a paved road and you got cable.
I got 1.2 gig download.
That sounds impressive. I don't know what it is. What is it?
That's good. That's fucking
good.
I'm in the middle of the woods and I'm fucking high speed interneting to you right now.
Okay. Very good. Now, how big is the place you're living in? How many square feet?
It's around 4. But the thing is, no, I'm kidding. It's I'm kidding. It's I don't know. I don't know the square footage. 700, 600.
Okay. So that's like this place. This is the apartment you were in. My apartment in New York. It's only like 800 square feet.
Yeah, this is like living in New York. If you had this apartment in New York City, you'd be like, dude, I fucking love this place.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's a sleeping loft up here, right?
Yeah.
This is the living room right there. You can see that there's a couch, 55-inch TV. So basically, it's sectioned into 3 sections on the first floor. You got a nice shower, big shower, walk-in, sink, toilet, right? Then you got the kitchen. You got the regular size fridge. You got a 2-burner stove. You got the counter, the sink. You got all kinds of shit, you can put stuff on, right? Then you got the kitchen table area where we eat, have coffee, blah, blah, blah. Then you got the living room, right? So 4. It's 4 sections.
Now, how long can you, Dawn, the kid, and the dog stay there before you're driving each other crazy?
Buddy, we were here yesterday in the rain. Me and Max were on the couch watching fucking The Good Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
She was upstairs taking a nap with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And he went up to his little loft and fucking chilled. I was down on the couch. She came down, made coffee. I went up to the bed, took an. I mean, dude, we could stay here. We could live here.
Nice.
The way we are, we could live here. Because I don't get sick of my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get sick of my kid. We don't get sick of each other. There's never that shit. But then
this is your side of the story.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they fucking hate me. No, but then you got outside. I go outside and smoke cigars out here. Then you get the fire pit down there. I mean, I could bring you on a little tour if you want to see it.
Yeah.
Mike, if I go in on do the ladybugs want to see it?
Yeah. They wanted a tour.
Huh?
They wanted a tour. Also, Scruffy's reminding you.
What the fuck is Indian Island?
Indian land.
Oh yes, this native. You cunt! You're trying to jinx me. My neighbor found native graves in her backyard.
So it's just go two ways. You're either gonna get haunted or you can have a casino.
Well, or I could find some relics and make some money off their dead bones.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, which is kind of is it haunted? Same thing as haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not gonna end well.
All right, you want to see that? You want to see
Yeah,
the
I want to see it.
All right.
So does Greg Shepard.
All right, I'm going to call in
Melissa
on my other
says,
line.
"Fuck yeah, it's not just me."
It's a little messy, though.
That's all right.
Madonna will kill me.
I know.
Okay, it's a little messy. Let me just clean up. Talk to them.
All right, I'm talking to you. So, all right. So here's why I wanted to see it. I can't picture Bobby, in this little gingerbread house. So I want to look around and see what he's got. He says he's got 4 rooms, which means I'm guessing you spend most of your time down in the where the TV is. Yes?
No.
No.
I spend most of my time outside.
Okay. Now, well, let me ask you this. While you're cleaning up, how long can you stay there before you get itchy? What's the closest stand-up stage to you? Because you're going to have to go nuts up there.
Boston?
Yeah.
2 hours?
All right, that's not bad.
Okay, I'm calling in.
You're calling
All right?
All right.
I'm calling in. Now, I'm going to have to shut one of the mics off here.
Okay. You have more technology in this house of cards.
I know. It's bad, right?
Yeah. So
I
now,
can't even-
so you're switching to a phone call. We're going from this to a phone call.
Well, Mushy's going to let me in. I'm going to turn the volume down.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you'll take us for a tour on the phone.
Take you for a tour on the phone, right?
Okay. This is great. So it was one unit. They just dumped the house. Is it on a foundation or did you have to
go
force
hang on. Hello?
There you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and I can see you.
Is any echo?
I don't get any. I'm not on my end.
Nope.
How do I switch the camera, Mike? Mush. Hello?
Is it ceiling
Just
fan?
turn it around.
Like this?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Okay.
Don't show the screen, but you just left.
Where'd you go?
What I do?
You hung up the phone.
Yeah, you hung up on the Zoom call on the StreamYard.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I can see your hands typing in your living room.
All right. Okay. All right. Both these. I mean, this is the worst I could have done with you two.
Nah, believe me, it's going to get a lot worse. I can feel it.
All right. I'm coming in.
All right.
Alrighty.
This is very exciting.
Mute mic. Bang. Let me in.
There he is.
And I can't turn the camera on this, right?
No, just turn your phone around.
I know that you fucking turn your phone around. I know you fucking. I'm just saying, is there an option? I know that if I can do that.
I like. Oh
Here's my
wow,
setup. How's good is that, right?
that's pretty
Okay.
cool. All right, there's the
So,
setup.
anyways, here's the living room right here.
Oh, look
Okay,
at
so-
that.
I mean, dude, look at this view. Look at that view.
Oh, that's. Hold on, but let me. There you go. That's better.
Big TV, and then you got
There's the
couch.
TV.
But this couch, these are all storage space, right? So,
Yeah, underneath it's all sectional stuff.
So
Oh, that's
I show
great.
so everybody's got like two, right? But if you put these together, all three of us have been on this couch just chilling, watching movies,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So now up here, you go up this ladder. I can put it over here. Hang on one second. How you doing?
There he
You
is.
just move this ladder over here.
This is the view I want to see. Get up that ladder.
And then this is Max's room.
Oh, that's cool.
So Max is up here.
I like the
He's got a-
skylight.
Yeah, he's got a nice little skylight. He's got to go up the ladder, but he's young. Little
Mhm.
fur rug up here. Look at this. Wakes up every morning to that. Right?
Right.
Watch me fall. Fucking.
See, do you have a gym? No, I have a ladder. I'm done for the day.
Well, that's the thing. Oh, fuck
You,
me.
you just got your steps in.
I think you. Okay, so now this is the kitchen table right here. You
Okay.
got all these. See these chairs? These beautiful mid-century chairs.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
folding chairs.
Oh, that's cool.
So we put them when we're not sitting here. We just put them away, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I got all this shit on here, but this is the kitchen table. This folds. This whole thing folds down and goes away.
Okay.
So all our silverware, cups and shit are in here, right?
Right.
All this whole thing, this is all getting cleaned up today. She yelled at me about this. All this is
Right.
going away. All this stuff over here is going away. But
Okay.
inside here is all storage.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All storage. This is the view. Right?
That's great. Is that a pool?
No, what are you, a fucking asshole? I'm not a millionaire.
That's
Right?
right.
Here's the shoes. You got to put your shoes over there. Okay, so here's the kitchen. This whole thing comes up.
Mhm.
This big butcher block comes up so you can have all this counter space. You
Okay.
see?
Yeah, yeah.
Dawn when she's cooking. This is a 10-in-1.
What's that?
This is a air fryer, dehydrator, oven, rotisserie. It's everything. So that's our oven. But it's
That's-
huge. You
Does
can
the
roast
air fryer work? Can you like make French fries that taste like French fries or just mushy
Dude,
potato?
she made chicken fingers the other day. I mean, knock your tits off.
Really?
Yeah, there's the dog station trash. Here's our 2 burners, right?
Mhm.
Electric, which is awesome. Regular size fridge.
Good.
Magic Chef. But we could get a bigger fridge if we wanted to too.
Mhm.
There's all the food and shit, right? Well, she's getting
Right.
shelves. There's 3 things left to get. Shelves right here to get all this shit up and away. All this over here is going away. There's a washer dryer combo going here.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's
This is the
good.
sink. That's the fucking soup she made me yesterday.
Mhm.
Oh, dude.
It looks like it's still coming out.
Oh, I have a video that shows how it looked.
Dude, I shit that out this morning. Let me tell you something.
Mm.
But I'm addicted to it now. It's like this gross fucking mushy soup that comes out of my ass.
So it looks
The
the
way-
same coming out as it does going in.
Oh, mushy.
Here's what it looks like.
Oh
I didn't
my!
see that.
You don't want to see that.
Oh,
It
was
looks like you got a valve on your ass.
Okay, so yeah, here's the bathroom. Let me put that down.
Where's the
Flush
bathroom?
that. Then now we're getting a shelf over here. All this is going away. I
Okay,
got my bidet that I'm hooking up because I
Mm-hmm.
can't rock anywhere without a bidet.
I understand. Be a
Right?
friend to your ass. It'll be a friend to you.
And you got the beautiful shower. Look at the shower head. Look at that. Boom.
That's
Comes
pretty
out.
big. Back up. Let me see the shower. That's pretty big. Back up.
Hang on, let me get the thing back in.
That's
you
a
go.
magnet.
Look how big that is.
Yeah.
Big shower, right? And you got the sliding pocket door in
Mhm.
case somebody's cooking fucking pancakes while you're taking a shit. But look how beautiful it is, man.
What happened?
Oh, your camera turned off.
What? Did
Where'd
I
he go?
cancel out again?
Oh, yeah, your camera's off. Maybe you got a text or something.
Sorry, here I am.
There you go.
So look how beautiful this is, dude. AC heat right
Oh
there.
yeah. Okay, that's good.
It's freezing in here, dude. And then you walk up these stairs right here, right?
Mhm.
And it's a mess up here. She's gonna kill me, but
That's all right.
whatever.
That's your
I'll show you a
bedroom,
little bit. You got my CPAP right there.
right?
That's our bedroom right there. But our bedroom's a little bigger. We have a queen size
Yeah.
bed in ours.
And you got some. So you can walk. There's a little space there with the rug, right?
Yeah, dude. You get up here, you roll into bed. I mean, look, dude. It's not to, it's not a. You're supposed to come up here, fucking do shit outside all day,
Yeah.
and then
Clean
jump
up.
in when
Have,
you go to bed.
have
you
some
fucking
air
go to sleep.
fries. Shit some soup and rest.
Yeah, I'll show you outside. Ready? Come on, Doodles. Come on, girl.
There's a dog.
Okay, look. Here's that
Look
bench I
at
bought.
that.
This is a net. I want this. I hate this.
What
Get rid
is
of
it?
this little net. Goes around the
from-
top.
For mosquitoes?
Yeah, but it's like fucking. I got the thing. Mo, one of the ladybugs told me to get. It looks
Mhm.
ghetto. I think nets look ghetto.
Okay.
All right, so here. You come down here. This is the fire pit. Right?
Oh, look at that. Go closer.
This is where all the chairs. We come out here and we have fires. It rained a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
But let me put these up. Yeah. I
What if
saw
a mountain
fucking
lion
deer
just jumped out at you
this
right now?
morning right here.
That'd be. You saw what?
It was huge.
What was?
The deer.
A deer?
Yeah, I was outside this morning doing my meditation on that bench,
Mm-hmm.
and the dog was out here. She started barking right here. There was a 6-point buck.
Mm.
It was huge.
Is that you got deer in the woods? There's no snakes and shit, is there? Like bears and that kind of
fuck
thing?
yeah, dude. There's all this woods. Look at all this.
Yeah.
This is all me back here.
Full of
Goes
dead
back,
Native
and then there's
Americans.
600 acres over there.
There's got to be bodies in there somewhere,
I
man.
hope so. I hope I find some. I want some native graves.
That's some scary shit, though.
All right, so here, this is what we're gonna do. Look at this rock. I love this fucking rock. Look how big this glacier rock is.
Jesus.
So over here, we're gonna put a jacuzzi,
Okay.
right? Over here is gonna go stairs. So
Mhm.
right here, stairs are gonna come down. There's gonna be a deck out in front.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a little wooden deck out here going up here to stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're just using this
Climb
way.
the stairs to get to the rocks. What's going to be where the stairs go?
Well, you go up here. So up here,
Oh, okay.
right here, over here, this is going to be where the shed goes, where I'm going to make my studio and storage.
Oh, that's cool. So is the plan to move up here eventually, or just make it
I don't know,
make
dude.
it the Kelly compound?
I don't know. Yeah, it's Kelly Camp, we're calling it.
Okay.
There's the tiny house right there.
Hold on, move on. Let me see. Can I get a better look? That's great.
Yeah,
That's like a salt box with an extension on top. That's pretty cool.
it's gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So they were living in that. You're walking around. You make them an offer, and they're like, "All right." And that's the one they bought, and they just dumped it right there.
So, yeah, let me take you on the tour first. So this is all
You left.
Dawn
disappeared
Park's
again.
up here.
Bobby, you disappeared again.
But in
I'm
the
back
future,
in your living room.
He
Like,
can't
look.
hear us now that he's not on the thing.
this is all
He's just going to keep talking much.
all beaten over. So he came in and redid all
He's
these
walking-
rocks. The guy put all these rocks up. My guy Barry Eastman
Mm-hmm.
put all these.
Harry
made this
Eastman
rock
put the
wall,
rocks.
Made this rock
He's an
wall.
Eastman rocks mush. He can't hear us, can he?
And look at these
He
rocks.
can't hear
Look at
us
all
because
these
he
rocks.
left.
came-
I text him.
Okay. He's walking around. He's like working his ass off, breathing heavy, and no one's getting it. He's just like,
He
I
may
gotta
have gone
put-
too far from and left the range of the internet too.
yeah. All his gig internet just went to shit.
Yeah.
I got news for you. That place is really, really cool.
It's amazing.
He's driving her crazy. Dawn's got to be going. There's only so much Bobby time. That's why he goes, I'm outside a lot. I don't think it's his choice. I think she says, you got to get out. Go plan where you want the stairs.
He's
Oh.
back.
Sorry
You
about
back,
that.
Bobby?
Yeah, he got attacked by an Indian ghost.
So, in the future, if we have a build on here,
Mm-hmm.
this would be a side road, but this will be the main entrance to the house. So basically, I'll take you up here.
So you drive up here? What are you driving now?
Ford Ranger.
Good. Do you have you gonna get an ATV? You gonna get something to go through the woods with?
Fuck all that.
Yeah.
No?
Don't go too far.
Yeah, like there's my rock. We're gonna put
Here's-
a number. We're gonna get that. But look, come here, Doodles, come. So you come down. This is the road. There.
Look at Bob. It's like he was just struck
Hello?
by lightning, and that's the last picture we have of him. There
Doodles,
you
come
go.
on. Doodles.
Don't go too far from the house, Bobby.
All right. So basically, that's the road, right?
Uh-huh.
And you come down here. So in the future, you'll go right up there, and the house will go right there, and that will be the front door. And that where the down here will be like the basement.
That's cool.
Understand?
Wow.
Yeah.
So the shed's gonna go over there, and then you can park up there or walk down, or I drive down here.
So now what do you just go for walks in the woods and plan shit out?
What's that?
You take the dog, you just go for walks in the woods and you're planning shit out, or
Dude, yeah, I planned all this out. I came here
Mm.
with the contractor, and instead of having the house up there like everybody has the house off the road, I was like, I want my house in the
Mhm.
woods. So I literally stood around maybe 2 years ago. I stood
Yeah.
right here, or maybe a year and a half ago. I stood right here, and I want it here, and I want it facing that way.
that's great.
So, now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. How well would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one for your entire life? Well, that's how your brain works. So why don't you treat that the same way? How we care for our minds affects how we experience life. So it's important to invest time and care into keeping them healthy. There are plenty of ways to support healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps. There's also BetterHelp, online therapy. I'm telling you, I support this. I've been in therapy most of my adult life, and I wish I was in therapy when I was a kid. Maybe that would have saved me a lot of headaches now. But I didn't, because when I grew up, they didn't believe in therapy. You just stuffed it. You stuffed it. You didn't talk about it. But that's not the way life is anymore. You can talk about it. It's actually it's okay to express yourself. And going to a therapist for me has made it so that I could have a wife, a successful marriage, not without its downfalls and highs and lows, but at least a successful marriage where we communicate and I can treat her the way she deserves to be treated. And I also have a son because of therapy. I have a family, a life, and I'm happy most of the time because I get to go to therapy and talk to another human being about my shortcomings and my days and the things that piss me off and the things that make me sad. And it's a neutral place. It's not like I'm going to work and talking to my boss or friends or my wife that might come back to bite you in the ass. So BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Okay? So please, our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/dude. That's BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/dude. This week's YKWD is brought to you by apartments.com. Listen, have you ever realized it's the moment you find you really need a new place? At apartments.com, they call it an out-of-apartment experience. Like when you lugging trash bags down 6 flights of stairs, or you're on the first floor and the whole street is at your window at 2 a.m. because the club just let out. You got to keep going outside telling everybody, hey, turn your music down on alternative side parking day. Yeah, well, it's time to find a new place. Okay, and apartments.com, they've helped millions of renters find their perfect place to live, whether it's an apartment, a townhouse, a condo, or even a house. And with their 3D virtual tours, you can scour every inch of the listing because sometimes 2 dimensions aren't enough, right? Check out the latest Spider-Man multiverse, baby. The features don't end there. Apartments.com also has a powerful search tool that will help you find a place that meets all your requirements. So when you're having one of those moments, take a moment and check out Apartments.com, the place to find a place. Yeah. Yeah, so there'll be a deck over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just walk right into those woods. There's a little brook over here. Up, if you walk in a little bit, there's a brook that runs 3 seasons. Then my property goes further back up there.
Can
I
you
got the
fish?
ring
Can
camera
you
all
fish
hooked
and
up.
shit?
Solar ring.
What's a solar
And then,
ring?
here's the front door. That's beautiful, right?
That's really beautiful. What's a solar ring?
What's that?
What's a solar ring?
So I got the solar ring up here, so I don't have to. As long as there's sun,
Mm-hmm.
right there, it goes right to my
Ooh.
phone. It's a camera, microphone. I can talk. If someone comes, I see anybody coming on my land, and I don't have to replace the battery.
Oh, okay. So it's a ring is the doorbell. I thought a solar ring was like this magic thing that catches the sun and you
Come on.
power everything like
Yeah,
Gilligan's
come on.
Island or some shit.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought solar ring was some kind of move.
So there you go.
That's really cool. And
There's
it took
a
you
tour
and 2
for
years.
you. It took longer than that. I mean, it's hot, man, today.
Yeah. You should go jump in the brook.
Well, the lake is right down the street.
So
Squam
can
Lake
you,
is right
can
down.
you fish in a lake? Can you get a boat and do all that stuff, or is it protected?
Fuck yeah, no. It's the
Yeah?
one of the cleanest lakes in America, Squam Lake.
Right.
You know, I like it better than Winnipesaukee. Big, but it's crowded. It's all boats. You
Yeah.
got Little Squam right down the street, and then you got Big Squam, and
Mhm.
it's the lake that on Golden Pond was filmed on.
Oh.
So
We used to go to Lake George, New York. We would camp on the islands. My
Yeah.
father, first of all, we're pulling our boat with a Cadillac. That's what kind of gindaloons we are. A 1977 Fleetwood Brougham. Bobby, we're pulling this thing up the thruway.
again, the loon.
We're camping. You should see all the cars because all the trucks and all the SUVs are parked with boat trailers, and there's a brown Cadillac. It looks like a UPS executive pulling his friggin' boat. And we would camp on the islands. And my mother, first of all, my mother's trying to make ziti on a barbecue with trying to cook everything. She boils the pasta and everything. She's hanging like cheese and salami in the trees and shit. And that's what we would camp. It was a freshwater lake. It was great. And then we would stay there for 2 weeks, and like all your relatives would come up for like a weekend, a couple of days. My uncles would come up. They were fishing off the dock in like 3-piece suits. It's just like these old Italians trying to catch fucking dinner.
Yeah, they're trying to eat. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not fishing for sport. They need food.
Yeah, that's it. We'll get something to eat out of this.
The the best part about this place is that there's nobody can come up.
What do you mean?
Well, hey, can we come? Yeah, you can come up. You want to camp on the fucking out in the parking lot? You can.
Oh yeah,
camp.
there's no room for them to stay. Yeah,
Nope.
that's pretty good.
It's
Pretty good.
great.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
So now,
You know what I
do you hunt? What are you doing? You hunting?
No, I'm gonna probably start hunting. Probably maybe this year or next year. I'll start hunting.
Okay.
I got to take a course with Max. I want to take a gun course with him and a hunting course and a fishing course. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm getting my boat license.
Good.
So I get my boat license so I can rent the boat and take the family out. I got Dawn a paddle board. I'm getting Max a little kayak. I have
That's nice.
I have my little boat that I'll use. And then and that's it. We're going to keep it low key. Look, man, I'm in so much debt from this fucking thing. It's my knees will,
Yeah, little house, big debt. Fuck.
Well, what happened was everything we got.
But it looks good.
Everything we got, it was a good deal, right? But when you when you put a pool in, it's not the pool. It's the fucking excavation. It's the all the shit around the pool. It's the brick wall. It's all the floor. It's all the ground. So when you come up here, you come up with the guy, and you're like, what if we do this? Okay. Well, I'd like to maybe face it. Oh yeah, sure. What about if we get okay? They just say okay.
Yeah,
they can do it.
And meanwhile, the cash register's going off in their heads. You just hear the bells.
Wow.
And a pool is a wet pit you throw money in. I got one in my house in Santa Monica, and I got the heater, and it's all beautiful, all great. So I'm swimming in the pool. Then I get the electric bill. I fucking flipped out. I turned the heater off. I go, that's it. We're not using this pool anymore. My wife bought me a wetsuit. I have the heater off, and I'm wearing a wetsuit. I'm not kidding. I wear a wetsuit to go swimming in my own pool.
Sell the house.
Oh, please. You don't know. My wife. She's like, well, we're going to retire when we retire. We're retiring what? Go to the beach? The beach is right there. Where are we going? We can't afford this place now. So
what? Why? What was the electric bill? Do you mind me asking?
Oh, it had commas in it. I was like, it had a comma. I'm like, are you out of your mind? That's all I needed, Bobby. All I need is one comma. Fuck and you. Are you kidding me? And now you know what I'm terrified about? Ford's giving me a Mustang, a Mach-E for 3 months. So I got the electric Mustang. They're going to put a charger on the house. Ooh, I don't have to pay for gas. God knows what the hell this bill is going to be now. I'm better off buying a kite and a key and going on my own roof and just making my own shit. Fuck.
Why don't you get a solar roof?
So, yeah, again, and yeah, your solar roof. Oh no, there's no more tax breaks, but you can get a tax break. But there's no easy answer to this. Are you kidding? The sun is free. Well, not really. Maybe for a doorbell, but not for your fucking roof. My
solar ring cam works great.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, how about you're charging this, not the house. And my house is all open. You've never been to my house in Santa Monica. It's all open. Right. So it's this big sprawling thing. So it's like, I got to heat the whole, it's like heating an airplane hangar. I'm walking around my house in a winter jacket because when it gets cold. I'm my father. I'm my father just walking around, just turning shit off because the fucking Santa Monica, the power is through the roof. And God forbid I run the air conditioner. I need a cosigner to do that.
Is California's nuts right now, right?
That's fucking nuts. And the food is through the roof, and the gas was $6.19 when I left.
What are you doing there? You move.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were married too. You have no fucking power either, Paul Bunyan. I don't want to hear this shit. Oh, why don't you just do this? You got a fucking wife too. What are you, new? Yeah. Oh, I love this house. She wanted this house, you fucking idiot. Who you bullshitting? Ooh, it's a 10-in-1 stove. Yeah, like you made that decision. Who are we kidding? Yeah, I'm going to get a boat license. She said, go get a boat license. We got to show our child a good time.
I'm laughing because everything you're saying is true.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the 10-in-1.
You have no fucking. Oh, look at nice. This goes up. This goes down. She showed you. You're not taking me a tour. You're repeating shit you heard, you Myna bird. You're in this tiny house. You know how shit gets done in the house, mush, like this.
Oh.
Dawn, how does the countertop go down? I can't get out of the sliding door. Fuck.
Listen, I wanted, you know what I wanted? I found I found a campsite with 1 bedroom and an outhouse on a river. I wanted to buy that.
Yeah. Yeah. How much? $14? We'll live here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now she tells me, I'm like, do I have to do this gig? She's like, yes, you do.
Yeah. I just did a gig for Minnie. Minnie Cooper hired me. I did,
Ooh.
Bob, I'm doing stand-up. It's a corporate gig at a minor league baseball stadium. I'm standing on the dugout like the Philly Fanatic, and I'm facing the stands, and they're all sitting there, and my head is on the Jumbotron. My mole looks like a ring ding. I'm seeing this whole thing, and the sound is awful. It's baseball sound, and I'm there dancing. Dogs are funny. Just dancing for these people, making them all laugh because it's a corporate gig. So yeah, we got to take everything we can get. I'm at Uncle Vinny's this weekend. Plug my shit. I got a wife too. Friday and Saturday. I got to pay my electric bill.
And Point Pleasant, one of my favorite clubs, man.
Yeah.
You'll sell that place out. It's fucking
yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
No, I like the room. I like
Nino's the best. I love it. And the room's fun as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Plus the staff. They're fucking great. Well, look, dude, you know, but at least you're on fucking TV and you get corporate gigs. I can't, I'm too dirty to get corporate gigs. Why don't you tell me fucking 20 years ago, Bobby, lighten up a little bit over the fucking F-bombs. Corporate gigs. You got to fucking.
You want to know what? One of the worst gigs I ever had. I did a gig for cancer doctors at the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami, and the whole reason I took the gig was because it was the Fontainebleau, and that's where Gleason did the show. He did his show for So I'm like, oh, I got to play the Fontainebleau. So it's cancer doctors. They don't know what they're doing, and when you play an away game, there's no idea. They have no idea. Can't you just use the podium? And you can't do stand up standing at a podium because I'm animated, and you look like Hitler. You just running around, pounding. You just can't do it. Right. So the guy introducing us, he's got 2 slides up. He's got like these 2 cells up, and he's talking about some shit with a pointer. They don't take it down. The cells are still up behind me. And the guy goes, and now we have some entertainment. Adam Ferrara is our comedian. Please remember, we have to be vigilant because there is no cure. And he walks away. They don't know what to clap. They don't know.
It's just a little kid, bald kid with a little bandana.
This is just some doctor who said that. So they're all standing around. So I walk out and I'm waving. They don't know who I am or what I'm doing. So I just grabbed the mic stand and I pointed to the 2 cells and went, benign, malignant, benign, malignant. Nothing. I had to reintroduce myself to get them to focus.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you're gonna cash the check. That's what you're gonna do.
Dude, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I did one for the Mets. I think 2 years ago. Yeah, dude, I'm not a Mets fan. I hate the fucking Mets. 1986 World Series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you still got some Bill Buckner twitching going on.
I hate them. So I'm in there, and I'm not a corporate. You got their wives. Mm-hmm. You got these corporate douchebags. Then you got all the coaches and some of the players. They don't even know what the fuck's going on. And they give all these big speeches. And then now give it up for Robert Kelly. I come out, they're looking at me like I'm supposed to give them a fucking pep talk.
Yeah.
Now, guys,
people
come
don't
on.
plan to fail. They fail to plan.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking terrible. So
I did one benefit, and it was, I didn't know it was a benefit. It was the old East Side Comedy Club. Oh yeah. And so it was the old one, and there was a benefit for to help kids. So, and I didn't know there was a bunch of wheelchairs in the front row because you couldn't see when you walked in. When they put East Side on 110, it was a big room, and they took out the front rows, and all the wheelchairs were there. Yeah. So I went on stage because I ran in because I was late. They introduced me. I went up and I saw him, and I just reacted. I went, "Hey, look, I parked in your spot once. I didn't know you were going to send everybody." So it got the laugh, and then the kids were laughing, and there was one kid on a ventilator. He was like, so you hear the, so he was all happy. The people that got pissed at me were the people that were pushing the wheelchairs. All the bipeds got pissed at me. The people in the chairs. Yeah. Everyone else. How dare you? How dare I what? They were fine with it.
Oh, fucking worst.
It's like everyone's got to react to what they think the aggrieved person should say. These people are fine. Leave them alone. They're laughing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, that place is great, man. I wish you luck with the thing.
You fucking broke me with that fucking rant, you cocksucker. I don't want you to sum my life up in fucking.
It's the same thing. Your life's no different from anybody else's. Here's the one thing that I learned.
You think fucking what? You crazy?
What?
There's a lot of guys that have fucking. You think Jim Norton's life is fucking? What's he doing? He's fucking rolling in cash, banging banging transvestites or transsexuals.
Yeah.
What a
And what do you
lucky
think?
man.
He's living with another person. Don't you think that there's the same bullshit in his relationship?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Yes. Anytime two people live together, tiny
Yeah,
house,
probably-
big house, it doesn't matter. You're never going to behave the way the other one expects you to behave, and there's going to be friction. What? What do you mean?
They're
What?
just hanging out, eating pizza bites, watching Turner Classics. They're having a good time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're not disagreeing at all. Stop it. Here's the thing I found out in a relationship, especially during the pandemic. We're both crazy. Me and my wife can't be crazy at the same time. I got to identify when the wife is crazy, and she's got to identify when I'm crazy, and just let that happen and just get out of the way. It's like,
Or you can hit her.
Stop it. I'm pretty sure Dawn can take you.
Like your father used to do, right?
My father used to yell. I mean, just would yell a lot. And my mother, I remember once my father was yelling, and my mother just went, "You done?" And I was like,
Dawn did that to me.
"Yeah, she
Dawn
did."
that. She goes, "You done?"
Yeah,
I go, "Yeah, I'm done." She goes, "Good. What do you want for dinner?"
yeah, that
"You
was,
heat up the steak." I was like, "Steak."
yeah,
Fine.
yeah. That was it. She's not engaging with me anymore. No, and that's when I know. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We broke up 4 times yesterday. I love you. Good night. Screaming and yelling, but you know what it is.
I'm leaving to go to Montreal tomorrow for the festival. It's 3 hours up. I'm driving. Dawn's going to be here alone in the tiny house with Max. I said, please go invite some of your old friends from Boston up. Invite an old boyfriend up. Reconnect. Have some tea. Do some yoga together. Have fun. Enjoy your fucking life while I'm gone.
My wife gets crazy. I know when she's crazy, Bobby. She came home the other day because she feeds all the creatures in the backyard.
What?
So I got creatures. I got birds.
In California, Santa Monica, there's no creatures.
Oh, no. My entire backyard is full of animals that shit on my deck and eat the wires in my car. Another comma, because I had to get a new alternator because these little friggin' rats crawled up in there, ate the insulation, chewed the wiring harness. I'm driving home from a gig, and all of a sudden, yeah, she feeds the birds, and because the feed gets on the ground, I got squirrels that show up, and then because of the squirrels, there's little baby mice on the ground, and everyone found out, all the animals know that Adam's backyard's the Golden Corral, all right? Every morning, my wife is up on she's up on the friggin' roof holding up a lion cub, like, they all show up. And she's worried about the baby mice. You know what I had to do? We got hawks in the gutters, and she doesn't want anything to happen to the baby mice. She sends me to Home Depot to buy the plastic owl to scare the hawks away, right? So I put the hawks away, and guess what? A real owl showed up.
And they eat mice.
And they eat fucking mice. And my wife is sitting there. I'm sitting in the I hear she's been in the backyard with my little dog. She's like, Adam, come quick, look at the owl. It's beautiful. I go, no, that thing's hungry and it's looking at the dog. Get in the friggin' house. And I'm not a hunter. She's like, don't shoot the owl. I'm not gonna kill the owl. There's an exercise ball in the backyard, those gray ones.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, I had a fantasy. I'm gonna do sit-ups on the deck. Never fucking. I grabbed the ball. I look at my wife. I said, I'm going to throw the ball and I'm going to hit the branch. It'll scare the owl away. We'll save the baby mice, right? And Bobby, I'm whispering because for some reason I think the owl can hear my plan.
The owl understands English?
Yeah, I don't know if the owl can understand me, but so I turn around. And have you ever locked eyes with a fucking owl?
Yes. It's
that's
magical.
That's terrifying. I'm like this. I'm expecting it's the new zoo review coming right at you. That an owl with glasses and a hat and a lollipop. 1, 2. No, this is a fucking killer I got up there. So he's looking at me, and I go to turn to get a better angle to throw the ball because I don't want to hit the window, right? And the owl starts turning his head, and his head just keeps. They can turn their heads 270 friggin' degrees.
I know.
I didn't know that. I'm like, this is like all the degrees, every one of that. The whole fucking head goes around. And I'm like, he's looking back at me like, peekaboo, motherfucker. And I throw the ball, the thing flies away, comes back. They're all over the place. And I got possums too. California. Yeah, look at that thing. That's a killer.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah. What did the possums look like? I had those on my roof too because of the mice.
They're creepy, dude.
Fuck, they got these little teeth and these white fingers and shit.
Yeah, I didn't know if you yell at them, if you go, "Hey, stop it," they freeze up, curl up, and pretend they're dead.
Yeah, not when I yell at them. They look at me like this. You done? We're gonna eat the mice in front of your wife now, asshole.
So just let it happen. Let them die.
Yeah, look at his face, that creepy face with their nose. That's them. They're opossums. They're Irish. They get drunk and beat up their brothers on my roof. These fucking animals.
It looks like Rich Voss. Just put a hat on and some Nikes.
Yeah, some tattoos.
And some rings.
Yeah.
So, brother, I got to ask you.
Good.
You're still on the car show.
No, car show's done.
How are you getting a free fucking electric car?
Oh, they're loaning it to me for 3 months, and I post about it. I still do like little stuff. Like they gave it to me once for a couple days because I wanted to shoot something, and I still get, they're called press cards, so I can still get a press car and tweet about it. And I liked it, and I asked them, I said, I'd like to do an extended thing, and they said, yeah, sure. So hopefully it's coming.
Are they hooking up the electrical thing for you?
As far as I know, yeah. That's the other thing. I think that's what we need. The weird thing is there's no universal plug. Like there's a Tesla plug. It's like if you had an iPhone and you got to get an iPhone jack, which is kind of weird. You got to get the
that's how they make money, the cocksuckers.
I know. It's like every time I got my charger doesn't work. It's a Thunder cable. Whatever your cable you make is going right up my ass. That's what it's going. Lightning bolt, thunder, partly cloudy cable, whatever it is, going to cost me $30 when I forget it in a fucking hotel room.
Dude, you're fucking making my fucking chest hurt, dude.
Yeah.
You call it a thunder cable?
Whatever the fuck it is. It's always another thing. A thunder cable is, what it is. Oh, it's a dark cloud coming connection. That's what I need.
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah. Everything.
All right, listen, man. I don't understand though. So the show's over. So they're gonna give you a free car for 3 months.
3 months.
And then what do you do?
You post about it. I'll mess. It's a great. I got in an argument with Chris Titus because he doesn't think it's a Mustang. Wow. I had him on the podcast, and he's like, it's not a Mustang. I'm like, yeah, it is. I mean, there's no theater in the car. There's no like, there's no sound. There's no smell. There's no. Right. But you step on that gas, the acceleration, not even the gas. You hit the accelerator. That's instant torque. Whatever you have that's loose up here ends up. There should be a setting on that thing called balls in the back seat because you just step on it and your balls are in the back seat. It's just, it's really. I wanted to spend more time in it.
Because I wanted the electric F-150.
Yeah, the Lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get it. You can't get a fucking car. Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. I've been trying to get, my lease has been up for fucking 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I had extended for 6 months because there's no trucks.
Yeah.
You can't get a fucking car because this stupid chip shortage, which I think is bullshit. I went into the fucking dealership again. I'm like, buddy, they don't even look at you. We used to go to a dealership and they would attack you. As soon as you hit the pin, they'd be like, yeah, can I help you? Can I help you? You walk in now, they're all on their phones, talking shit. Hey, what's up?
They don't need you.
They don't have anything.
Yeah.
And the shit they do have, this overselling so much money.
Yeah.
And
I'm on a Car Gurus. I'm on an alert for an e-Golf, the Volkswagen e-Golf. And I just see that they keep going up. I also like the ELR, the Cadillac ELR, the hybrid.
Yeah, but when are you going to be able to go to the dealership and get one for a fair price again? I mean, never again? Is it over?
No, it's not going to be over. But you can get them. You can get a deal at Carvana. I haven't used those. My friend
gotta lease a car.
You got well. You extended your lease. How long did you extend it for?
6 months.
Okay. What's your buyout?
I don't want it.
Okay, you don't want it, but you want to walk?
I want to get another lease.
Okay, well, why don't you like the car you have now?
I love the car I have now. I don't want to own it
Because why?
because I want to get a new one.
Okay, so you want a new car. So for right now, if you look at your
Is
buyout,
this the way your father talked?
what?
Is this the way your father talked to you?
No, but whatever you need to work out, I'll be here for you, Bobby.
Listen, I'm mad because there's no fucking. They keep saying this chip, the chip, the chip.
Mhm.
What's a fucking chip?
It's the
If
chip that runs the
chips didn't
computer.
stop making. Hey, you can go buy a computer chip. Apple's not fucking stopping.
Sure, they are Apple's all, but my friend just got. He had to wait 4 weeks for his monitor. They don't have it. The supply chains are fucked. This is what I'm telling you is look at. You're right. Okay, he's all right. Mush. He's 2 minutes away from writing a manifesto in the fucking woods, and we're going to find illegal contraband, and he's going to start mailing stuff to officials.
Oh God, look at it.
What is that?
Carbonara. That's real
Ooh.
carbonara. It's
Yeah.
made with pasta water,
Yeah.
cheese, an egg.
Mm-hmm.
You put the pancetta.
Parmesan
in
little
there
pieces
first.
of prosciutto in there too.
You put the pancetta in there first, and you
Mhm.
let that oil go in there, and then you cook the pasta al dente.
Right.
And then you get the egg and you get the cheese and you mix it all up with the bacon grease.
Mhm.
And then you throw the pasta back in with that, and then you sprinkle the bacon back in and mix it all. Oh my God.
I like Mush put it up just to make you calm. You
Oh,
were
my
screaming and
hat.
yelling. Look at that.
I wanted that hat. Don vetoed that. You know what?
Go
I'm
ahead.
getting that fucking hat.
Go back. Put that picture back. Let me see that. No, you're not. Don't get that hat. Don't get that hat. Because the hat and your shoulder bag, it's no. Whatever that thing is, or that seatbelt you're wearing, is that part of the hat to keep the hat on the head? Is that a hat leash? Do you have a hat leash?
I don't know if I have. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can deal with you today, man.
I
I'll get another picture of that possum.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, look at it.
There you go.
There you go.
You should hit that with your exercise ball next time you see it. Fucking dumb asshole. He is. I bet he still has that outfit too. All right, I got a couple questions for you.
Go ahead, baby.
I found this pretty interesting.
Mm.
Florida. You like Florida?
Parts.
What do you mean parts?
The parts my friends are in, I like.
The other parts you don't?
Nah. As I'm going down to see my friend. No one's really dragging me to Florida. I've been to Disney. I played the clubs. I like the clubs. I like the people that come see me at the clubs. But other than that, too humid, too much. Everything. Whenever I get there, everything I get sticks to everything else I got. So,
Well, apparently I found this interesting because I'm kind of connected to this. I have a story about it. Hang on one second. Oh God.
was that the
Sorry.
soup?
Yeah,
that a
the soup. The soup she
pre-soup?
gave me. This butternut squash with apples soup she made me yesterday. I mean, I can't tell you.
Mm.
It's like my asshole's a spigot.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the valve. Butt Bobby. That's it.
All right. What was Lou saying? Stop trying to make that happen. Stop trying to make mud happen, sweetie.
That hat.
Lou.
Oh,
That's the way it
He has a
goes.
good idea.
That's the way it goes. Everybody knows because that's the way it goes.
If
Scrippy has
anything,
a
lease
good
that hat.
idea.
That's funny. He wants you to lease the hat.
Dude,
I
I'm
can't
telling
wait for
you,
the hat and the lease on that hat to be up. Return that friggin' thing immediately.
Lou, if me and Adam were having a conversation with you, would you be able to hold it together and not laugh at us? No. No. All right, let me ask you. So in Florida,
Yeah.
okay, I guess there's a certain part of it. Is this? I think it's being overrun by giant African snails.
Oh, the snails or the pythons? I saw the pythons.
Snails, dude. Look at these snails.
That's a hand?
That's a hand.
Fuck. All right, let's be honest. If you can't outrun a snail, you deserve to die.
Yeah, but dude, if you saw that thing crawling up your window, you'd lose your mind.
Shit. I'd flip out and I'd kill it. I'd hit it with something, but I wouldn't
Well, when I lived with Billy Burr up on 97th between 3rd and Lex, we had an African roommate,
right?
Akeem, that we couldn't understand. Oh, Bobby, you should put your pants on, come down and play. What? So we did an event for him one time. Me and Billy did comedy at one of his African nights.
Okay.
So it's all these people dressed. I mean, it looks like Coming to America, right? We go on stage.
I hope you had sex with your bathers. I know I do.
So we go on stage. We do our shit. It goes over all right. And then he brings a lot of food back to the house. So he told me, he goes, yo, there's rice in the thing. If you want the rice, you can have the rice. Right. So I go in, I grab the bucket of rice, and I'm eating out of the thing. And I'm like, dude, this is the best. This is awesome. I'm this is an African dish. Because it's an African dish. And I pull up this big mushroom, like this big. Okay. And I'm biting on it. I'm like, dude, this mushroom is delicious. He goes, this is not a mushroom, it's a snail.
You're eating a snail?
Dude,
first of all, why does the African guy sound like Sean Connery?
I don't know, dude. Ask Billy Burr. He's
eating a snail. Okay. So you ate the shell or the body of a snail?
Dude, it was this fucking big. It was one of those giant African snails. And they put it in rice. There was like 3 of them in the bucket.
Did you? Oh, so you heaved? It's like escargot, like a butter and shit. But even then, it's like I
thought it was a mushroom, and then I knew it was a snail. It was fucking disgusting.
Yeah, even lobster. I mean, lobsters. There's no taste. Lobster's just a way to get butter into your face. That's all it is. It's like it doesn't really. There's no taste.
That's an ocean snail.
Yeah, it's an ocean crustacean that if you don't dip it in the butter, there's no reason to eat it.
I did eat escargot in Paris, though.
Was it good?
Oh my God, was it good?
Yeah, I had oysters for the first time in Canada.
When?
I was doing a movie up there. You know who gave me the oysters for? Hayden Christensen. Darth Vader gave me oysters. We were doing a movie together. He goes, "You ever have oysters?" I go, "No." He goes, "All right." So I ate the oysters. They're like, I don't know if I like it. I know one was spicy. There was like an oyster, like a tasting thing. It was like, it was almost like snot. It was like snotty kind of.
I like oysters, man. Yeah, I do. I like them. Hey, when you were working with him, how is he nice? Is he weird?
Sweetheart.
Really?
Sweetheart. Couldn't have been nicer.
I heard he got a day job. He went back to a regular job.
I don't know. He was very sweet, very nice.
How long ago was the movie?
I don't know. About a couple of years ago. Okay. It was what was the movie called? It was called Little Italy, and we shot it in Toronto.
What was it about?
It was really nice. It was him, Andrea. Oh, you know what? It was the last movie Danny Aiello did. Danny played my father-in-law, so it was the last one. So whenever he passed away, I don't know what year that was.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, he was a sweet man. You met Danny, right?
Never.
You never met him?
No, I had opportunities, but I never. I didn't want to go play fucking stupid Jersey.
Yeah, I had opportunity. You know who I didn't meet, and Dennis actually wrote an episode of The Job about it. Was De Niro. It was 9/11 hit. Remember we were all doing those dinners to get people to come back down.
Yeah.
Right? So we're traveling. So I had to do an interview. I'm running back and forth, and we did one at De Niro's restaurant. He was there. Everybody met him but me. I had to go do this. I came back. He's gone. Everybody met him with me. And Dennis is just laughing at me. And he ended up writing an episode of The Job where I never get to meet him.
How did you? Because you were in The Job.
Yeah.
That me and you shot.
Yeah. You were great.
But you weren't with me on that one. Were you?
No, that was one of those episodes when we did that show. There was always one tour de force Dennis episode. So something would happen to Station House, and then he had to go on vacation. It was you and him for the whole episode. And I remember I was like, I loved you. My name is Luis. And the way you did that. I remember the episode. I thought you were great.
I thought it was wild to me because I'm sitting there I'm out at the Jersey Shore.
Mm-hmm.
They made that, they just made it Miami. They put in a bunch of fake palm trees. It looked like Miami.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting, I remember I came in to meet Dennis and he goes, we got these lines. What do you got? What do you got? And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like he's asking me to help him punch up this scene.
Yeah.
So I started throwing stuff around. Then he lit up a cigarette and was sitting there he's just smoking in this hotel.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to smoke it.
Yeah.
And then I remember we were sitting there and he kept hearing them fiddle around. And he's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
And then he opens the door. He goes, hit the fucking button.
Yeah.
Let's go. Roll it. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. We had a scene in a hospital. We're shooting Lenny Clark's in the hospital bed. We're all around. The whole cast is in a hospital. Dennis is smoking in the hospital. We're shooting Bobby, there's a fucking oxygen tank next to him. I go, D, I don't think you should be smoking. Nah, it's all right. I go, no. Because of science. That's an oxygen tank next to you. He goes, all right, fine. I'll blow the smoke the other way. You feel better? Yeah, that'll save us.
Yeah, that was, the job was fucking awesome. In my head too, I'm doing that. And then I think it was day 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think day 2 is when we did 9/11 hit.
Yeah.
We were out there 9/11. I was listening to Stern in my trail and then oh God, I think I have to change my pants.
More soup.
Oh my God, that soup. The soup is bad. Oh, did you hear that?
I'm just glad this isn't smell-o-vision.
But yeah, and then all of a sudden they took us all out. We all went to the beach and you could see Manhattan on fire, like the smoke coming up from the beach. And, Dennis was all fucked up. Everybody was fucked up. They tried to get us, like you could drive home. Like if you have a car, and I'm like, I'm not driving to that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's over.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to go to that. I'll stay out here. My Dom didn't live there yet. I lived in LA at the time. I
had an apartment on 5th Avenue and 9th Street, right by Washington Square Park.
Yeah.
And I was staying there and I was sleeping. I didn't know because it happened in the morning. And my mother called me, woke me up. I picked it up. Ma, what's the matter? They're attacking high rises. What? I'm sending your father in with the boat. Go to the harbor. But Ma, what are you mobilizing? What's going on? And that's when I found out what was happening. And I ran and I grabbed Maureen. I was living with Maureen. I grabbed Maureen at the gym. She starts crying. For some reason, we ended up at Jeff Ross's apartment with Chappelle, the wife, and the baby, because he was at the Soho Grand, and we all ended up at Ross's apartment, just not knowing what was going on. Crazy. And I was still living it because I was below 14th Street. So it was weird because it was like that movie where the comet goes by and all the people are gone.
Yeah.
You could hear everything in that smell. Yeah, that was scary. Because I stayed here. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if it was safe or not.
Yeah, we got stuck out there. They put us all in one of those weird, cheesy motels out in Jersey Shore.
Mm-hmm.
I paired up with this smoking hot actress extra.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember that. I remember doing the job. But in my brain, this is what a delusional fuck I am. In my brain, I'm thinking that Dennis, this episode goes so nuts.
Yeah.
And my thing is so awesome that Dennis is like, we got to write Luis back in, where Luis is going to join the academy and become a cop, like whatever. And then I'm going to wind up being a part of the show.
Yeah.
Which never happened.
No. It's the same thing like when you get an audition, you're like, oh, I'll do this and then that'll happen. I haven't even put the thing on tape yet, and I'm negotiating for the second season.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's the way your mind works.
And then when Rescue Me came,
I'm
like, oh, this is perfect. I mean, I'm fucking perfect for this. Nothing. How many seasons?
I think it went 7.
7 years. Not one day roll. I mean, nothing.
You know why? Because
No.
you're Bam Bam. That's why. The next thing you were a series regular. You were Bam
Which,
Bam.
you're absolutely right. And I never like bitched about it. Like people, why you should be on that. It's like one of those things. You should be on that. You should. It's like, dude, I'm not. Fucking relax. I'm fine. But I would have loved Rescue Me. To me, was one of the best shows on TV.
Yeah, and it was all. And he, you know what? Him, Dennis, and Tolan. And and there was another writer whose names escape me right now. Oh, Evan Riley. It was a bunch of guys that wrote that. I was like, the writing was so fucking good, and Dennis was so fucking generous with giving people opportunities. And you got to do drama, you got to do comedy. I had the same thing when he's like, I would get a call on the way to the set. Like, I like the way the scenes ends. Come to the trailer. Okay,
yeah.
So you get summoned to the trailer. He's like, what do you got? I said, what if I come over to the desk and punch you? Great. Call the stunt guy. And we would just fight.
Yeah, he's great like that. He would turn down mostly everything I said. Mostly everything I said.
I remember the pressure he put on. And I remember Tom, the sound guy, sweating. It was the last shot of the day. It was me and Jerry Adler. We were in a scene. It was a 2-shot, right?
Yeah.
And Dennis is sitting at Video Village, and he's like this. I hate the way this fucking scene ends. Adam, make me laugh. We're going again. That's it in front of everybody. Jerry leaves, cameras on me in one. I said something that got the laugh. Everyone laughed. He goes, all right, that's a wrap. And Tom's taking the mic off me. He goes, I was so fucking nervous for you. So was I.
Dude, I remember they had this song. I forget the name of it. Larry comes up to me. We got in a week and a half or 2 weeks. We're shooting this scene with this song. You better know the drums. You better know the whole fucking song. So I spend money, time. I mean, every day I'm going home. Dum 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 bam, dum bam, dum bam, dum bam, ticka bam. I learned this whole fucking thing. I hire another drum coach. I'm literally coming home and drumming, learning the song. So we get to the thing. They yell action. The camera goes like this. I'm like, dum, 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 bow, dum, bam. All right, cut. That's it. So, so I'm like, all right, maybe that's, maybe there's another camera angle. So you got to keep, maybe there's another angle. They're like, all right, moving on. I go, what the fuck? I lost it. I go, I just spent a fucking week and a half learning this fucking song. And you flew by me once. I fucking threw my drumsticks. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Larry goes, Larry, the next scene is where I get kicked out of the band.
Right.
So I got to be mad, right?
Right.
So Larry goes, we'll go to the next scene right now. Get everything. Just film them. Go. So they get right. He wants me heated, right?
Yeah.
So they yell action. I'm like, fucking, I kicked the drum. What the fuck? He's like, that's it. Pat, we got it. I was like, oh, Jesus. This motherfucker.
Oh, did I ever tell you the Patrice story?
No.
Patrice had to play my cousin. Okay. So the job is over. Me and Dennis produces this thing called Lenny and Adam for Comedy Central. It's pretty much The Odd Couple. We lost our network show. And how are we going to survive? And we talked Dennis into giving us money to write a movie script, which we never write. We spent the money, right? So we got to get an office. So I go to my cousin, who's Patrice, right, to get the office. So me and Lenny walk in. It's next to him. It's next to a rub and tug, right? So it's this room off the rub and tug. So there's people like just groaning. And there's Patrice. And we're supposed to speak Italian to each other. That's the gag. So we get this guy that writes out the speech for us. I got to learn Italian. Bobby, I learned it. I hired a coach. I called my grandmother. I go, how do you say this word? I'm studying this whole friggin' thing. I'm listening to it. Patrice shows up. He's like, okay, we're ready to run this. He's like, yeah, I didn't learn that Italian shit. What do you want to do? Yeah, that was it. He just said, I didn't learn the Italian shit. Plan B.
And no, he would have been, if I did that, I would have been fired.
Yeah. No, Serpico looked over to me and goes, all right, what do you got? I go, I got a whole speech in Italian. I got that. He goes, well, can you say anything where he just nods? I go, these are the only words I know. This and I can order food. That's it. I can curse at you, order some food, and say these words. That's it. That's all I can do.
Patrice is such a hunk of shit.
Yeah.
All right.
He's looking. I remember he was looking at me. He's like, Adam, you're like one of those kind of in shape fat guys. I go, really? We're going with body image right now, Malcolm Triple X. And he was one of those guys when you walked into the cellar, you just like, oh, please don't turn on me. But then he was so fucking funny. And
he's the best.
I was with him the last when he got diagnosed, and we were doing a college together. And we go through this whole thing, Bobby, about, because my father had type 2 diabetes. Go through the whole thing. You got to do this, you got to do that. And he's really sincere. And he's like, I said, it's a bitch, man, but you got to do it. You can't fuck around. He goes, yeah, I know. We're in a car service going home. He has the car go through Wendy's. He spent $45 on Wendy's shit on the way home. And I ate nothing. None of it was for me.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, I knew after the diabetes, we're driving home from an Opie and Anthony virus gig. And these guys, Barbie, got to pull over. Why? I got to piss. So I pull over. He pisses off the side. 2 more times he's got to piss. Then we stop at a gas station for him to piss.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes out. I come out of the bathroom. He's got a fucking honey bun and a yoo-hoo in his hand. And I slapped him out of his hand. I go, we're never going to make it home.
Yeah.
You're going to piss every fucking 5 feet, you lunatic. Unbelievable. All right, listen, I got to wrap this up.
All right, baby.
God damn it, you made me laugh today.
I miss you, man. I want to come up to the tiny house and laugh with you. I'm at Uncle Vinny's Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. If you do yourself a favor, go see one of the best in the business ever. Look at this right here. Look at all his dates.
What do we got?
Pleasant.
Yeah.
Saturday, we got Milwaukee coming up. We got Jim Thorpe coming up. Look at all these dates. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, you're working all on the East Coast. If you get a chance,
pay the electric bill, baby.
If you get a chance to see Adam, go. He is fucking one of the best. He's been doing it for years and at a high level. I'm telling you, no one makes me laugh. You crack me up, dude. You always do in life and on stage. I love you. You're fucking the best. I got a couple questions for you though from the fans, if you don't mind.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This is from Lou, one of the ladybugs, one of the queen. Lou, I love for Adam to talk about his time on Tough Crowd. Oh, that's an interesting question.
Tough Crowd. It was fun. It was like the table at the cellar. It was a little intimidating because, like I said, Patrice is there, and that's the king. Colin is very, very smart. And I remember I did this intro in Montreal when I had to bring Colin up on stage. And I remember because he laughed. I said, this next act really annoys me because we both work out at the cellar. And when I think I've written something smart and funny and I do it on stage, then I see him take the same topic. It just beats the shit out of me. So yeah, it was fun to do, but it was a little intimidating. And I did it I did it a couple times. But it was just like being at the cellar, and you got to bring your game. You got to bring, you can't just be funny. You got to make a point. So it was one of those shows that you really had to be at the top of your game. So it's just a challenge.
With Patrice, and he would always take my notes because I would write notes.
Yeah.
Because you get the topics the day before.
Yeah.
So you'd have a night to write some stuff for it. And every time, if he got near my notes, he'd take them and rip them up and throw them.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Be funny, stupid." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah, be funny," but you also got to be educated. It wasn't just funny shit. It was like it was social commentary. You had to know something. That was the thing. I'm like, oh shit, I got to know shit.
All right, I got another one. You ready?
Yeah.
Another question. Rob Brugman. What a last name, huh? Brugman.
I want to be a police captain and yell that out. Brugman, get in here.
Love the show Rescue Me with Adam, Leary, and a stellar cast. Is there any chance we'll see Adam in another dramedy series like the one like that again, or will he be with reality TV or stand up for now? Follow-up question, will he bring Bobby as the drummer?
Yes. Let's start a band. We'll call it Tiny House. I'll play the guitar. You play the drums. I would love to go back to the drama.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, you got a chance to do everything, even on the job. You know, Dennis's writing and single camera cable stuff lets you do all that stuff. I mean, you got to do stuff even in sex and drugs. You have your moments where you're real, and you have your ridiculous moments. We did these webisodes. We had to do these little webisodes in between seasons. They were like 10-minute episodes that we would just put up. FX would put up. We did one with no words. It was the old vaudeville door sketch. Lou, Skirty's character, comes in, puts down a sandwich, gets up to go get something. Everyone comes in and out and takes a bite of the sandwich. And it was all choreographed. And then he comes back and the fucking sandwich is gone. And that was the whole bit. There was no words, no nothing. It was all like a dance. And, you know, that comes out of his head. So, yeah, I would love to do that again. I've been real fortunate because I got to do like all the Top Gear shit and reality TV and stand up. And my friend Bobby talked me into doing a podcast, which I really, really love. And it's a lot of work. You didn't tell me that, you fuck. You didn't tell me that.
I did tell you that. I did. I said it's not about fucking numbers. It's about consistency. Yeah. And that's the hard part.
Yes. I'm consistently out of energy. That's what it is. Like,
what's the name? Tell everybody the name of the podcast.
Name of the podcast called 30 Minutes You'll Never Get Back. Bobby has been on it. Who's on it? I think Brad Garrett's on this week.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He's great. He was great. He opened for Sinatra when he was a kid. Wow. So he opens for Sinatra, right? And he goes on stage, and his mother is there, the whole thing. And then he ends up opening for Sammy. And this is like when Sammy Davis was like kind of at the end of his life a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's in Vegas. He's opening for it, and he's real kind, Sammy. And he's like, Brad, thanks for being here. The chops aren't what they used to be, but we're going to get through it, right? So that's his thing, because he knew he was getting old. Yeah. Brad's mother's in the audience. Says, I would love to meet Sammy after the show. Okay. They bring him back, and Sammy says the same thing. It is so nice of you to come see me. The chops aren't what they used to be, but I hope I entertained you. Brad's mother looked at him and went, every night can't be magic, Sam.
She sounds just like Brad.
Oh, and Brad goes, I shrunk. I fucking shrunk. How do you say that? He goes, what? He brought it up. So, yeah, I'm having oh, you know who I got on? I just interviewed this. She's a Seattle Seahawks cheerleader whose roommate was a serial killer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Man, I couldn't believe it. I got my friend knew her and told me the story, and she told me the story how this guy lived with him, and he turned out to be a serial killer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why am I so fascinated with serial killers? I
don't know, but I am too. I had an FBI agent who worked on the Bundy case. That was creepy.
Is it bad that I root for them?
No, it's scary.
All right. Speaking of serial killers, I have to read the names. We got Alvaro Mora. Thank you for being a member. David, Moshe, Emma, Richard, and Ian. You guys are the best. You're new Patreon members. I hope you enjoy the Patreon. Of course, we had Coulter and Kelly yesterday. We had YKWD today. You guys are in the chat. We got an extra YKWD coming up this week, only for Patreon members. And we got Fridays, Coulter and Kelly, only for Patreon members. And I will be in the JOP. You should come in the JOP one night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Every Saturday night at 10:30. We come in, all the fans are there on a Zoom. We all hang out. We talk a little bit, make each other laugh, talk about some outrageous stuff. This Saturday night is no different. That is patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Go to comicwearables.com, get all your YKWD, Coulter and Kelly gear. And make sure you go to my website, robertkellylive.com. I will be at the Nasty Show for until the 1st, doing the Nasty Show in Montreal. And then I will be at Port Charlotte with me and Mush will be there on the 4th to the 6th. And then I'll be Asbury Park on the 25th doing the Fihan Binga Hana. And then I'll be at the 26th. August 26th, I'm going to Cincinnati to go to the Brouhaha, Sawyer Point Park. So look at my dates, robertkellylive.com. I think I'm going to Israel at some point also.
Hello.
Thank you, Muzzle Tough. And you guys are the best fans in the world. Make sure you check him out. Mush, what do you got?
Follow me at Mike V. Suarez. You also have the business read.
Oh, where is that? I didn't see that.
It's at the top of the email.
Top of the email. Nope, it is not.
That's a little further.
Got it right here. Hey, Malik Gems, right, Mush?
Yes, sir.
This company is unbelievable. Malik Gems has an ever-growing variety of beautiful tungsten carbon rings to fit any style version of your life. You want to look gaudy like Rich Voss with your little hands shining all over the place? We got you covered. You want a sleek, cool look? They got you covered for that. You want to shine bright, be noticed, and peacock a little bit? Well, these guys got you covered. Go to malicgems.com. Use promo code YKWD for 15% off your order. Check them out right now, malicgems.com. Thank you for being a Business Read tier member. Love you guys. And the show, Mush, where are you going to be besides with me?
This weekend, if you're watching live, I'll be with Rich Voss at the Punchline in Philly, and next week with Laugh It Up Poughkeepsie.
And Adam, you are a fucking superstar. I love you.
My friend.
You're one of the nicest guys I've ever met in the business, outside the business. I love you. I hope to see you soon. All right.
I love you too, my friend. Best of the family, and I appreciate always spending time with you. Mush, be well and be safe. All right, my friend.
You too. Watch out for those possums.
Yeah. Take care, brother.
All right, that's it, guys. Take care.
Say the line.
We'll see you next week on You Know What, Dad?
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.